Hello, welcome beautiful vibrant souls to today's pick a card reading, all about this 7/7 portal that we are having. I'm so excited to talk about this. I've been waiting for this one. This is going to be great. This reading is going to offer a little bit of an explanation of what this portal is about, what it entails, what you can expect. And then we will be getting into the pick a card portion to hopefully give you some more specific understanding about what you personally might be able to expect out of this. If you're interested in this reading for yourself, please feel free to check out my shop and you can DM me, because this isn't like a standard custom reading that I have right now, or excuse me, a standard reading that I have right now, just because it's, it's just, we only have this 1/7/7 portal this year. So, but yeah, if you DM me about it, I'd be happy to make you a custom for it. Anywho, I'm just going to go over your options real quick if you want to skip the information about the portal. So it's in the thumbnail, but just in case you want to see it again, we have option 1 with this plum blossom tourmaline. Look at that. We have option 2 with this blue goldstone. I know it's hard to see all the sparkles in it. It looks like this cosmic disco kind of vibe. I like it. Excuse me. And option 3 with this blue apatite. So, excuse me. I'm just taking a sip of my fruit water. It's got watermelon and lime in it, and it's so good. Yeah, feel free to head down to the description box where you'll find the timestamps for your selected option if you want to skip all the info. But yes, okay. So portal days, for anyone who's unaware, is just where we have, usually it's a day of numerological repetition or significance. And these are just days where the energy is at an, I don't want to say an all-time high, but yeah, the energy is higher. The energy is, there's like a burst of energy. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Things are moving. Numerology, numbers are always so significant because they carry a vibration and an energy with them, right? That's why portal days are important, is because you have this numerological phenomenon or this numerological event that has added significance. Now, with the 7/7 portal, so July 7th would be the 7th day of the 7th month. This is also really, really important because 2023 reduces down to a 7. So I keep calling it year of the 7 because it's easier. So for me, 7 is a number that's very much about your spirituality. It's also kind of going inward to seek your spiritual truth, your spiritual calling, find balance in that, right? Now, I've been talking about this on my channel kind of throughout the year, but I think one of the things that makes this portal so significant, right, is that we've had this really interesting juxtaposition where we are in a year that reduces down to 7, meaning the numerological theme, the vibrational energy theme of this year for many people, excuse me, is, resonating at the number 7. It is spiritual development. It is spiritual seeking. It is, looking for our spiritual calling. This entails a lot of things. I'll get into it momentarily. I'm trying to organize my thoughts as I talk. But this is a very spiritually significant year. Now, one of the things that I think is really interesting is that we have that phenomenon. And then in March of this year, Saturn just transited into Pisces and will be there for the next 3 years. So one of the intersections of these two things, and I talked about this when I made my Saturn transit video back in March. So if you want, you can go check that out for more details. Excuse me, I'm sorry, my asthma is just kicking up today. One of the things that makes that so significant is that Saturn is a planet about restrictions and structure, but Saturn is also the planet that kind of like pushes us to deal with an area of life in one way or another, right? We have to get serious about that area of life. We have to, excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, sorry folks. We have to get serious about that area of life. We have to do create more structure for ourselves. We have to create more supports in that area of life. There's a lot of things that Saturn kind of entails. But Saturn moving through Pisces, for many of us, is going to be a push and a call to get serious about, one of the things that it can be about is about getting serious about our spirituality. So these two kind of intersect where having, for the remainder of the year, right, from March until the end of the year, where Saturn is going to be in Pisces, and we are still in a numerological year that reduces down to a 7, a lot of people are getting activated. A lot of people are getting feeling that calling to find their soul tribe, to find the place where they want to be living, right? That really resonates with them, to find their, their spiritual path, spiritual calling, to be doing their spiritual work, right? This is going to be where people are leaving jobs, especially with the next year reducing down to an 8. We'll talk about that later. Pardon my burp. Leaving jobs that don't serve them, feeling called to find new vocation, something that's a little bit more fulfilling to them. Excuse me. Going through essentially a disillusionment process, right? And this will take a different amount of time during, throughout the Saturn transit. This will look different for everybody. But essentially these are two things that are happening. Now, why is this important? Is because going back to the 7-7 portal, this is an energy portal that's going to provide a burst of energy in that direction. So this is going to be a great portal to manifest changes in those areas. If you, especially for those who feel like you're wanting something more, pardon my sniffly nose, you're wanting something more, but you don't really know what it is, right? So telltale signs that this is kind of where you are coming to in your life on your spiritual journey would be, you're feeling really bored, you're really burnt out, you feel like you're stuck in a rut. It's not even just stuck in a rut. This is because, stuck in a rut sometimes can be we need new inspiration. This is a higher calling, right? This can be where you just you feel that you need more. You feel that there's got to be more to this, right? Whatever the area of life is. If it's a job, it's there's got to be more to it than this, right? It's not even that, you're bored or you're in a rut necessarily. It doesn't have to be that, but it's there's got to be more. If it's, the relationships around you, it's we always do the same things, or, we're always talking about, it was 707 as I said that, we're always talking about these small, these small kind of themes, right? There's this need to expand because there's this higher spiritual calling. Now, granted, Neptune, Pisces, same diff. No, but Pisces, is that kind of almost Neptunian influence where it is very hazy, it is very elusive. So the process by which we find this is going to likely be complex and, full of twists and turns. But this is going to be, this is that higher calling to be able to go find our truth, right? Find our spiritual truth and find our power in being able to create that for ourselves. And again, that goes back to a lot of kind of the themes about Saturn transiting Pisces. I went in depth into that video. Excuse me. So this 7-7 portal is going to be a profound time for many of us to be able to start manifesting change in that area, especially start manifesting clarity, start coming together with soul tribe, start finding our spiritual purpose. Pisces rules the 12th house, and one of the things that our 12th house can talk about, especially with our placements there, for those of us who have 12th house placements, one of the things I can talk about are our areas of spiritual service, right? So all of these themes are really going to be coming up. Utilizing this portal to kind of help assist you in those areas is going to be probably the best use of energy, should you want to use it like that. So this would be where, if you're not really sure what you're looking for, asking for clarity. If you are asking to come into alignment with other people that are at a similar vibration, it's not even similar vibration, people who have the same types of goals, right? The same type of spiritual calling, the same types of values, beliefs, mission, etc. This is a great time for that. If you're looking to relocate, or you feel like where you're living, the actual energy of the place that you are residing is not really serving your higher good, this is a good time to manifest clarity or manifest the support that you need in order to move forward. Now, again, with that Piscean energy we were talking about before, some of us might face restrictions in being able to necessarily, be able to act on it, like a very, let's say you're trying to kind of, that wherever you're living is not for you, right? There might still be restrictions when it comes to moving, right? When it comes to figuring out where to go. But the entire point is to help you regain and take back your personal power. as well as I'm getting this energy of like almost kind of like thinking outside the box, being creative, letting spirit lead the way, letting spirit guide you and inspire you. So that's just like a little teeny tiny example. It's 10:01 on the timer as I said that, which is always the number of endings and new beginnings. It's also my favorite time. But yeah, so this is going to be a very potent portal to manifest with. And this will also bring in significant change in those areas. And this is what this pick a card is about, to kind of get a better feel for what you might experience in terms of areas of your life, significant change. And, you know, granted, with Saturn in Pisces right now, one of the things that might come through, you might have an idea, like let's say, you know, you want to relocate. You might have an idea of what you want to accomplish with this, but there might be something else that's almost more important to this part of your journey. And that's what's going to be coming through with this portal. I don't know why I'm doing this. That's what's going to be coming through with this portal. It's really like spirit kind of letting you know the energy that is, and again, very Piscean energy where it's like twists and turns, that is going to be coming through, right? It's a very, very potent time for spiritual development. And so spirit's going to be kind of like, this is like taking a little sneak peek into the area that spirit feels would make the greatest and most positive impact in your spiritual journey as you are seeking this higher alignment. So we got good stuff today. I'm very excited. So once again, if you need a refresher, we have option 1 with the Plum Blossom Tourmaline, option 2 with the Blue Goldstone, and option 3 with the Blue Apatite. So take your time if you need to. You can always pause the video, meditate, contemplate on your options. Head down to the timestamps in the description box below when you're all set already. And with that, I'm going to go to group 1. Okay. Hi, group 1. I wanted to take a gigantic breath and like, I was like going bug-eyed for a second. I wanted to be like, okay, there's something where I feel like, you know, the breath always connects us to spirit. There's something where I'm getting this sense of spirit really wants you to see something. You might be getting this like breath of fresh air, inspiration. I'm just taking a sip of my tea. This breath of fresh air, inspiration. There's something that spirit's really, because I'm wanting to do the big eyes again. Spirit's really going to be trying to direct your attention to. And I feel like with the Plum Blossom Tourmaline, this is to bring in a lot more emotional peace, a lot more happiness. But it might be kind of like, I'm hearing the word impact. So it might kind of like be very impactful or almost like a shock at first. This has a tower moment kind of energy, but I don't think, pardon my, I have straight hair in my mouth. Sorry, guys. I don't think it's going to be like catastrophic. I just think it's going to be like, this could be like a massive epiphany where you're like, oh my God, a eureka moment. This could be where something very positive happens and you're kind of just like, that just happened. So let's see what you have. You have, yeah, lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Whew, I haven't seen your cards yet. I like to discover them with you right out the gate. So again, you're like discovering a whole new world here, a whole new way of being. Sorry if you can hear the lawnmower, by the way. We have maintenance outside, and I appreciate their hard work, but it is a little loud. Wow, yeah, okay, we have Mercury with Emerald and Cognizance. 28 reducing to a 10, which reduces to a 1. So there's an ending in order to achieve a new beginning is something that I'm hearing here. So right off the bat, this is truth coming in. Right off the bat, this is truth coming in. We see this here. Where there's going to be this heightened understanding. And again, like the lawnmower, so it was going earlier, and so that's why I waited to do this reading. And I thought they were all done, and they've like started. It was like they were done for a while, and they're like starting up again. So there might be something where there's something where it's very, very clearly trying to get your attention. It's going to be like undeniable, unmistakable. If you're like, oh, what is this thing going to be? Am I going to recognize it when it comes? You're going to know. As soon as it happens, you're like, oh, shit, that's what she was talking about. So this is very, very clear. This is in order to end a cycle and help you begin a new one. We have card 4 with Perseverance. In this deck, as you can see, there are cards where the Merkaba is the same color as the background and ones where it's different. So when it's the same color, this to me means that your internal frequency is in resonance with your external reality, meaning that you have been doing the internal work and it's being reflected back to you, right? Your environment is accurately reflecting your internal frequency. And so because these are both green, and this is the color of the heart chakra, there's something here where you've been pursuing emotional stability, I feel. And it's like there, and I love we have green with the emerald as well. Some of you could be born in May, just because that's the birthstone for May. But I love this because there's a sense that you've been pursuing emotional stability, and you've had to have a lot of, I feel like you've had to kind of keep after it, but with perseverance, something I'm almost getting here is that you're right at the precipice. There's like one more thing, or like there's like a series of tower moments, but they're one after another. Sorry, there you go. I forgot to do not disturb. There's like a series of tower moments, right? That I feel like this is spirit letting you know. This feels like this is always a 9 of Wands kind of energy for me, that you're right at the precipice of creating the change you want. There feels like there's one big thing that's gotta shift, and you might already know what this is. I feel like for a lot of you either you don't or there's a level to which there is a lack of awareness. So maybe you know that like a job isn't really where you want to be, but it's kind of like this energy of you might not be realizing how draining it actually is to you. But there's something where you're pursuing your emotional stability and happiness, and this is actually going to be getting you closer. We also have the moon depicted here, but it's very dark. This makes me think of the subconscious. So this could be something where you're getting this huge epiphany when it comes to your own subconscious programs. It's like, oh my God, that's why that pattern keeps repeating. Oh my God. And this is all about finding emotional stability and finding happiness. Wow, we have another card 4 with passion. We have we have an owl. I thought it was a dove. I feel like this is also about following your intuition to find peace. We have more rainbows on this card. We have it's hard to see, but like a little bit of a rainbow on this card in the background. It's very, very hard to see. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. It's like right up in the corner. Yeah, there you go. See? I want to look at your other card. Heart chakra with love. No shit. Okay. Card 18 reducing to a 9. This is very clear. There's going to be, what this portal is bringing in is clarity about matters of the heart. How to get you closer to emotional stability, get you closer to peace, get you closer to passion, get you closer to love. You might be some of you are having a big breakthrough when it comes to, like I said, your own blockages. Some of you are having a big breakthrough when it comes to a particular issue in your life. I want to pull about what this is. And as I'm talking, I'm almost getting like a little dizzy. So this feels like this is like such a big breakthrough. It's like, hang on, I gotta sit down. 6 of Swords reversed. This is an inner child healing card for me. So having it come out reversed means not only has this really prevented your peace, but this is likely an issue that's been with you for a long time, and it's finally coming to the surface. 2 of Swords, exactly, because this has been the thing that's kept you from being able to make the decisions you want to make, right? It's like kept you blindfolded, essentially. This is a spicy one. Queen of Swords reversed. Hang on, we're going to talk about it. The Hanged Man reversed. Okay. And the 9 of Cups at the bottom. I'm taking it. Yeah. And there's that lack of stability again with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So there is something that needs to get healed. This is the thought, most likely. There is an emotional tie to this thought. And this is, pretty clear. We need a new perspective here with the Hanged Man in reverse. Again, Pisces energy showing up. I almost said Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, so you could be an earth sign, but I meant to say Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What I feel like this is all about is there's something where you're either like you're struggling to connect with what you love and your passions. You're struggling to kind of like, you're struggling to say yes to it, right? Maybe this is where you won't allow yourself, or there's an avoidance. There could be self-sabotage. Especially, it feels like you get stuck with the 2 of Swords when it comes to like making a decision. I'm getting like 2 major messages here. So for some of you, you have this passion, you have this drive, you have things you love, you're looking for, look at the little treasure chest. You're looking for your abundance, you're looking for your wish come true. You're looking for your happiness, right? And this is at a very personal level. And there's something where you're either just like, it's like you don't trust it. With the Queen of Swords, you don't trust your wisdom. You don't trust what you have to say. You don't trust your ideas. And I'm really looking at the 2 of Swords here. It's like you don't trust, like you don't trust, I don't want to say your own mind. You know, again, what you have to say. For some of you, it's like you don't, gosh, how do I want to say this? For some of you, it's kind of like you're struggling to figure out what would make you happy. You're struggling to figure out your passions. And some of you, you're going to be having this huge, I mean, there's a big shift. We see this with the Hangman. For some of you, you're going to be having this huge shift where you're going to be finally understanding why it's been hard for you to connect to that. And I'm saying that because look at how her cup is like in little cup jail here, right? But it's full. It's something where there's something that would make you happy. There are things that would make you happy, but it's almost like you're not seeing it, or you're not, like, you're almost dismissing it. You're not allowing yourself in some way, shape, or form. And this is going to kind of really, there's a lot of heart chakra healing coming in, I feel like, as a result of this portal that's going to bring in this shift in perspective, right? And we even have on this card, like, questioning everything, on lifting the veil. You're going to be like questioning, I feel like it's like once this is ignited, because we have a green flame here, so again, more heart chakra energy. Once this is ignited, you're really going to be going through and, like, I feel like able to finally make decisions about, like, this can stay, this can go, based on what you love. But a lot of you are just lacking clarity or lacking confidence. And this is going to help either kind of, this portal will help give you those things, especially mentally, or it will help kind of shed light on why that is that you might be lacking clarity or confidence. And this feels like this is an emotional tie, an emotional root. You might be, you know, the Six of Swords is always about finding peace. There might be this sense of, you might still be like healing your relationship to peace, especially where I saw with I thought this was a dove at first. You might have been working on or be working on healing your relationship to peace. And so there is, you know, as we heal our relationship with peace, our relationship with our passions also change, right? Because passion, you know, essentially what peace boils down to is peace is stability and security, right? It's consistency. And passion is not always that. And we need a balance, right? We need to have a balance of those two things. For many of us, as we're healing our relationship with peace, it requires that we look at our relationship with passion and see if it's actually just chaos masquerading as passion, right? How to have passion in a stable, healthy, consistent way. And so for some of you, you're kind of unwrapping some of those layers and figuring out how to make yourself happy in a healthy, stable way, right? And there's some healing that's going on here. Again, for some of you, this is where you already kind of know what you want, but you've been holding yourself back a little bit. But there's a sense of you're getting clarity, or you're trusting your wisdom further. Now, for others, the other major message I'm getting is that there has been a situation in love. This is very specific. There's been a situation in love, and love doesn't always have to be romantic, right? Where I feel that you have felt very passionate about it. It has evoked a lot of emotions from you. There is this combination of things where it feels sometimes like the Nine of Cups, like everything that you've been wanting, and other times with the Six of Swords reverse, it just feels like it is chaos. Like, should I just leave? And it's been hard for you to figure out which way to go. If that is your situation, you will be getting clarity on what is love, like what truly is love versus what is just passion. And again, how to have that in a healthy way so you can make the decisions that you need to make. Because right now I do see with the cup here, you're trying to keep your emotions separate from your decision making, but it is very challenging. It feels like everything is very tangled. Yeah, King of Pentacles reversed. That just like flipped itself out. So for some of you, this is with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I don't know why, but I was going to say, for some of you, this is an inherited like family pattern that's coming out. But I was going to say, this is, this could be an earth sign. There's a sense that this person is lacking stability within themselves. We have all the books here, and I'm almost getting the sense of this person lacks stability within themselves, and they are blind to it. They don't understand what's going on. So there's a sense here where I feel as if for some of you with this relationship, all relationships are a mirror. And so there's this like epiphany that's happening about the mirroring aspect of this relationship, right? If we attract and we keep engaging with people who are not good for our peace of mind, or who are not stable for us, that says something about where our energy is at, and that's useful information, right? And there's a sense here where I feel like for some of you, you're getting this clarity, this big epiphany about this process, and it's like I'm getting this energy of like finally taking like a book off the shelf, like, oh, okay, there is a learning process that's going to be unfolding as a result of this epiphany. And again, for some, you've been on this journey of trying to like figure this out, of trying to create, love, stability, I guess, like emotional stability for yourself. And there's just like this like big shift that's happening. And I kind of want to know what this is trying to move you closer to in general. The Lovers. For some of you, you've been really wanting to find this beautiful divine counterpart, this like healthy, stable partnership. We have Gemini showing up. She has the bow and arrow tattoo. I always think about Sagittarius as well. And there's a sense here of like, you're getting clarity on what you are, like what this is. This is always about making a choice as well. That's aligned with us in the heart and soul. You guys are getting clarity about what it is that you want and what is good for you and what you deserve and what you'll tolerate is essentially what it boils down to. Two of Pentacles reversed. Again, what is this journey, this like divine counterpart journey versus what is just chaos and instability. King of Cups. A lot of you are getting like this. I feel like this is you guys. We have water sign energy now showing up. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. A lot of you guys are getting this enlightenment to reach this fully evolved, matured state. For some of you, I gotta say, if you resonate with like the twin flame journey, some of you are being called to make a decision between a twin relationship, a counterpart relationship that has been very tumultuous versus a soulmate relationship that is very stable and grounded and loving. And this will help you kind of figure out about which way to go or what you want to do. This portal is bringing in a lot of understanding. So this one's gonna be good for you guys. I think that's everything I have for group 1. I hope this has been helpful. If you're looking for this reading for yourself, like I said, you can always check out my shop and DM me. But thank you so much for being here, and I'm wishing you a happy portal day. Take care, love bugs. Bye. Hi, group 2. I wanted to get very serious for you guys. Hang on, I'm just taking a sip of my tea. Felt very, very serious. Blue Goldstone is always about finding courage with new beginnings as well. This always has this energy for me of like, finding like this is, I don't know, it's that energy of like success. Let me see what comes out in your cards. I want to see, but yeah, I'm getting this like seriousness, possibly getting very serious about finding your success, very serious about building something that you would be happy with. I'm getting a lot of 10th house vibes. So let's see what you get. We have the Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Okay. So some of you are seeing the potential. I feel like seeing your own potential, and you're really looking at everything you could make. You're like, wow, I'm gonna go F shit up, like spiritually speaking. You guys are the only group that got 2 of the chakra cards as well, so I want to get into that. We have the throat chakra, 21 with communication sign. There's a dog barking outside, so somebody might be trying to get your attention. 21 reducing to a 3. Ooh, okay, wow. With listening, throat chakra again, 24 reducing to a 6. Okay, I'm excited. I want to see what else you have. Hang on. We have another 24, so that's a very significant number with transmission. Okay. I like this for you guys. You have the Herkimer diamond with Earth Star Chakra alignment, 29, reducing to a 2. And communication. Dude, 33. Okay, so I'm seeing what's going on here. A lot of you, you're connecting. Sorry, I'm trying to cross my legs under my little desk here. you're connecting with higher dimensional consciousness. You're connecting, if you identify as like a starseed or a light worker, with a collective that you work with. You are in perfect alignment. And this might be the seriousness, because it's like, it's go time. Like, let's go. But like very, very serious here. This is very clear. You know, we have 33, that's an ascended master number, right? So you are getting this communication from the higher realms. You are getting this transmission from a collective that you work with. It is finally time to take action. You are in alignment for your destiny. This is big stuff. This is important. Maybe that's like, again, the seriousness. Look at like kind of everything going on here, right? It looks like it could be very chaotic, but it's actually all coming together. There is a sense here, make a lot of time to meditate coming up. Make very productive sleep time. So like, you know, if you like to try to do astral work, if you like to try to astrally project, if you like to do dream communication, you know, you like to keep a dream journal, however it is that you find sleep time to be spiritually productive, right? You can, like, I know for myself, listening to healing frequencies while I'm sleeping, like, significantly improves my energy and like will change the quality of my upcoming day, right? However this is, make time for that. Make extra time for quality sleep. Like, even if that means, you know, we put down the phone early, or like, make extra time, just like, you know, lay in the bed beforehand, like make extra time. You're getting a lot of information during this period of time. Your throat chakra is being very heavily activated. A lot of throat chakra energy here. Because you're finally ready for this, right? This is all about your truth. A lot of you have been on a journey to find your truth, and you did. You've been finding your truth. This is why, because you're in alignment. And with the number 2 showing up, you are in alignment to make decisions that are in alignment with your truth. This is why you're ready for this information. This is why it's all been kind of coalescing and coming together, like piece by piece by piece, and now things are finally moving forward. This is very like serious, but very, very powerful. A lot of you, like said, 10th house energy, this is about your life purpose, right? The 10th house is our career, our status, our legacy, how we're known to the public. But realistically, it's also this sense of what we create for ourselves in this lifetime, what we can kind of put our name on and be like, yeah, I did that. What we're known for having made. And this is why you guys are about to, this feels really good. You guys are about to be embarking on a journey, or about to get an opportunity, about to get that idea. It's all going to come together in such a way where you are going toward, like, you are about to start or take a significant step toward like the rest of your life, why you're here. This is a hugely, monumentally important portal for you guys. And it is about your personal life journey, but it's not. It's about what you're making. You guys are going to make something, and it's going to be important. Also, spend time near water. Very cleansing here. Spend time starbathing if you'd like to, or if you can, just because we have, you know, I talked about this where it's hard to see, but there's like all the little sparkles. It looks like a night sky. And we have like the night sky imagery here. We've got it here. We've got it here. So that might be very, very helpful. This is why it's like my most starseedy pile so far. But yeah, wow. So this is pretty straight up. I want to get a little more clarity about what's being communicated. I do feel like, again, this is spiritual communication. This might also involve literal communication, just because we've seen it come up twice now. 4 of Wands reverse. A lot of you are being called by your soul tribe, right? There is this telepathic kind of reaching out. There's transmission. You're being called by your soul tribe. Called to your soul tribe is another thing. There's something where it's time to go. It's time to you know, the 4 of Wands reverse can talk about the deconstruction of something that used to bring us a lot of joy or had a lot of promise. And that can be kind of a bummer, but it's in order to go find what actually does bring you joy, right? There's a note of kind of like, all right, you know, it sucks that this had to end. It sucks that this is not what I wanted it to be, but now I can go find that. I can go build that. So a lot of you, you're being called to walk away and deconstruct things that are not what you're looking for, because it's time to actually go find it. So a lot of you might find that you are falling out of alignment excuse me, with like friends, old relationships, things that you used to love, jobs, places. Like this feels like whatever this is, and I think a lot of you already knew this was coming because you've been working on getting into alignment. A lot of it is just going to kind of fall away. I feel a very peaceful energy about it. But there's this sense of like, it's time, right? You've been doing the work, and it's now, this portal is going to be bringing in this huge burst of energy to help kind of, you know, sweep all that away. And I'm almost feeling like there's this energy of both sweeping it away while also like propelling you forward. So I want to know more about this. The Devil reversed. You've been doing the work. Good for you. Good for you, honey. Capricorn energy showing up. Ace of Wands. There we go. Yeah. And then the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a sense that you've been doing the work. You've been, like I said, getting into alignment. Such a beautiful message. Getting into alignment. If you notice in this one, he's got the marionette, right? You've been kind of cutting ties with things that have controlled you, things that have taken away your power, realistically, right? Karmic people, karmic cycles, karmic patterns, karmic thoughts is another thing I'm getting. You've been doing all that, and that's why you have made room for this. You have made room. A lot of you, it always looks like a tear here. A lot of you have been doing a lot of energetic cleansing and healing. You have, you know, there's like generational karma kind of energy kind of coming out of this as well. You have really let go of that. A lot of you have been healing your third eye, healing your like your relationship with your intuition, your divine feminine energy. And that's why you're able to move forward, right? And it's been slow going with the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like it's going to be something where it looks like this is all happening quickly, but you've been working up to it for a while. And you know what, I'm noticing too that normally, you know, it shows a guy on a horse, but here he's walking next to his horse. Something I was getting from that is like, it's almost like you could have taken the easier route, but you didn't, right? Like, it's interesting to me that, you know, for a knight, he's got, and this is true of all the knights in this particular deck, but I don't know why I've just never really been drawn to like kind of look at that more closely. You know, he's got his horse there, but he's not traveling, but he's like walking on foot. He's being grounded. He's taking the steps, taking grounded action. You've been doing that work, and that's why this is coming in. I want to know more about this communication, though. A lot of earth energy so far. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The moon reversed. Again, this is likely, there's an element to this which is highly intuitive. The Hermit, wow, yeah, so spend time meditating. The Four of Pentacles. And then the Ten of Wands reversed. So for a lot of you, this communication, this insight, this understanding, we also have, again, more water depicted, and the night sky here. This is going to be more intuitive in nature, right? This is going to be revealed to you through your intuition. This is another call I'm feeling too, to protect your energy very heavily right now. Be very, very conscientious of who gets your energy. Trust, you know, her eyes are closed. Trust what you intuitively know about somebody, not what they're showing you, and hold on to like whatever this is for you, your energy, your idea, your plans. Hold on to it until you feel it's like somebody should know, right? It's like, trust what you intuitively know about somebody. If it's like somebody who, you know, says that they have your best interest at heart, or like, oh, what's going on? I just want to help you, but you got like a not great vibe. Trust it. Just trust that. This is really, you know, a call to be in your own energy right now, which I think you guys have been getting comfortable with. We have Cancer, Pisces, and then Virgo showing up here. But yeah, this is likely going to be an intuitive message. What is this message going to be about? And again, for everyone, it will be different, but Eight of Wands reverse. Okay, an area where the energy has not been moving, you've been stuck. This is where you're going to be getting, I feel like, insight, inspiration into how to move forward. Yes, exactly. Portal, death and rebirth, because it's time to finally kind of, you know, put the cherry on top of your rebirth process. And again, it's going to be like feeling like it moves very, very quickly. It's interesting, in these two cards, we have a singular point of convergence in the middle of both cards. Again, everything has been moving toward that, and we have the same thing here. I'm going to try to do it in the right, yeah, it's like that. There we go. That singular point of convergence. So things are finally moving forward. You're going to be getting inspiration about what to do. So really protect your energy at this time. If, you know, like you like doing ritual work, release work. I feel like you guys have done a lot of releasing. I feel like this is more manifesting for you guys about like creating exactly what it is that you would like. So clarity, you know, support from the right people, grace and flow as, you know, things move out of your life, whatever this might be that you need. This is what this portal is bringing in for you. There's a lot here about clarity and being grounded and being able to like ground this information and make it actionable. So manifesting for that would be really good. There's one more card that's getting my attention. Queen of Pentacles. Look at you. So much earth energy here. Yeah, I think you guys have been on this journey, regardless of gender, identity, or expression, to get into your Queen of Pentacles energy, where you are honoring yourself, you are grounded, you are creating stability for yourself, right? A lot of you, this has to do with something that's going to bring you quite a lot of abundance. I'm feeling a lot of money. This is like what you are going to be known for, and it's going to be something that it's going to be a very solid, secure, long-standing journey for you, and it will care for you as you care for it. Some of you have been healing your relationship with money, and as a result, that's why you're going to be getting a lot of it. That's why you're going to be getting a significant amount more. So you are on this road to creating so much more stability for yourself, and this portal is really going to help like boost you in that direction. So I think that's everything I have for group 2. Thank you so much for being here. I'm wishing you guys a safe, happy, healthy portal day. Yeah, and I hope I get to read for you again in the future. Take care. Bye. That one's cool. Hi, group 3. I'm feeling this like peaceful vibe. I'm just taking a sip of my fruit water. Very peaceful vibes. I feel like this portal is bringing you peace about something. This feels like peace about something that you had to kind of like let go of. It's really interesting because so far all the piles have had this like this energy where it's almost like they're at different points in the same journey. And so you guys are kind of like smack dab in the middle. I feel like there's a sense of peace this portal is bringing into you, like in for you, excuse me, to you, right? It's being given to you. There might be communication coming in that just is very soothing. It might just be where there's a mental shift where you're like, you know what, it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's fine. You might be getting news that is like, okay. For some of you, this is like a confirmation of something that you already knew. And it's almost like in the time that you didn't have that confirmation, you like getting this energy of a lot of mental, emotional activity, right? So maybe you were kind of like, running the gamut on like what could happen, right? Everything from best to worst case scenario. And it's almost like you like emotionally you got it all out there, right? And so when you get confirmation, it might be something that it wasn't like, it's not what you want to hear, but you're almost like past, it's almost kind of like, I expected that. And you know what? I've come to the place where I'm okay with that. Is kind of the vibe that I'm picking up here. Yeah, because even out of all 3 of the little crystals, I want to put this back up on the higher ledge on my little desk area. So there's a sense here of like putting everything is back where they belong. It's like a higher perspective. But let's see what you have, my dear. Okay, here it is. You've got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. Okay, yes. I see. I'm picking it. Yeah, wow. We have rose quartz with Venus and empathy. Card 14, which reduces to a 5. She very confidently said, card 5. Sorry. Completion. I shit you not. I don't look at these cards beforehand. And, in this deck, it's so interesting. In this deck, the Merkaba is the same color as the background on some cards, and on other cards it's different. All 3 groups got one where it's the same. So when it's the same for me, I take this to mean that your internal frequency is in resonant harmony with your external reality, meaning your external reality is reflecting back your internal frequency. We'll talk about it in a moment. We have 34 with Planetary Guardian. So we have a hummingbird here, which might be significant. And then we have these lovely little white tigers, which also might be significant. 34 reduces to a 7, so I'm not surprised. And third eye chakra with clarity. Okay. 25 also reducing to a 7. So 7 now showing up twice. We also have a 5 and a 9. Any of those might be significant for you. Yeah, this feels like a situation with you've got the love and then this Venus kind of energy. This is likely an interpersonal relationship. This also could be in business, in creativity. There's something here where, and I'm just saying relationships because look how many people are here and they're all looking in different directions. There was a situation with this other person where, so I almost feel like there's a sense that this person is a spirit guide to you. This person could have been a guide with the hummingbird to be very present, very in the now, to find your joy. It was 4444 when I eventually said a guide to you. So this could have been very much about creating greater stability for yourself. But there is this sense where you and this person have been at odds. I see that with the number 5 showing up, right? Challenges and changes. And we have the 2 little oysters here with the pearls, and they're looking in different directions as well. So there's a sense here, whenever, if you've been with me for a moment, you'll know that whenever I see, I have an itch, sorry. Whenever I see pearl imagery on tarot and oracle, this always talks about the lessons that we've learned, right? Our pearls of wisdom. But it's the lessons that we learn through repeated exposure to challenge, because the way that a pearl is formed is that an irritant will get inside the shell of a mollusk and then just irritate its soft tissues. So the mollusk secretes a substance called nacre, which I think that's how you say it, but it's spelled N-A-C-R-E. You can always correct me if I'm incorrect here. And that's that kind of iridescent, like pearly looking stuff, and it will just cover the irritant. It's usually, I think I mentioned, it's usually a grain of sand, not always, but will cover the irritant over and over and over and over again to protect its soft tissues. But at the end, you have this beautiful pearl that comes out of it. So when I see pearls, it is the lessons we learn, but it's the lessons we learn through that repeated exposure to challenge. You know, we really have to dig deep and find our better qualities. We really have to dig deep and like find the message. And so often this is tied into someone or something we very, very much love, because otherwise why would we do all that work, right? Something that's very, very important to us. And I think this has been a situation or a relationship where you guys are, this has like an, I don't know why I'm getting opposites attract kind of a feeling here. But this is something where you guys are both learning lessons from each other, right? And there is this sense that it has been very, very challenging. So what this portal is bringing in is you have a sense of completion coming in. And I think that for you, my lovely, sweet viewer, what your lessons are through this process were all about breaking codependent patterns, but especially I'm really drawn into boundaries. You know, Hadarian energy is like very, very loving, but can be very prone to codependency and unhealthy relationships as a result. And so I think that this is, you guys carry that love energy. Some of you might have like a significant like placement, like you could have like Venus in your 12th house, or North Node in like Taurus or Libra, or either of those signs in like your 10th house. It's something about your destiny or your spiritual service, or just like the way that you are, right, is kind of wrapped up in that Venus energy, and Venus co-rules Taurus and Libra. So apply that as you see fit. But there's a sense where I think there needed to be greater boundaries in this process. And this is what the lessons were for you, is to love yourself equally to how you love this person or how you love another. I'm also getting to with the hummingbird, there's something where one of the lessons for you could be this sense of to assess this situation or this person for who and where they are right now, right? Not just seeing their potential. And for some of you, the lesson was really about when you're, because I'm thinking about the tigers being excellent hunters. When you're going after something that you want, there is a sense of picking something or someone that is, it's like it's not just about the joy of the moment, right? It's about what you can build with them long term. It's what you can build with them, like the stability you can create. So there are a lot of lessons here about like healthy boundaries and loving yourself equally. And I think that you had a very strong psychic connection with this person. it's like you guys are the same in a lot of different ways, but like distinctly different. And this is why I'm feeling this, like almost like whatever lessons you were learning about boundaries, they were kind of learning like equal but opposite lessons. I hope that makes sense. So this, I do feel like you're getting communication. You may not have heard from this person for a minute. We have this world imagery to close out a cycle here, and we also have that with completion. So much purple here. So again, that third eye crown energy. You may have already, I feel like you, again, very psychic connection with this person. You may have already kind of known this was coming. You may have been meeting with this person psychically or in the astral realm. And there's a sense that this portal is bringing about a greater understanding, whether they come and talk to you or not. This portal is bringing about peace. Again, I do feel like a lot of you are going to hear from this person. You might be hearing something about them, but it's like, or you know, about the situation. It's confirmation of kind of something that you've already understood. And a lot of you have also been working through this lesson between feeling intuitively drawn to something and the boundaries that you have for yourself. This is why I think I was picking up Venus in the 12th house, because there's a sense of almost like, excuse me, I'm sorry, those healthy boundaries of like, I'm drawn to, you know, like, it's almost like, you know, the 12th house can be a negotiation between our personal power and our sense of higher power. So it's almost kind of like the sense of like, this is what my higher power, this is the love my higher power is directing me to. This is what my higher power is directing me to love, and I'm going to do that at all costs. And I think a lot of you guys had to learn to put up boundaries with this person. It's like, you know, let's say this is like a, you know, a soulmate. It's like, I can't, even if you are my soulmate, I can't do this to myself. I can't love you more than I love me. That's not going to work. It's kind of the energy that's coming through. And part of this process was about learning to, again, it's almost like you guys, I feel like, are very intuitive, and there almost might be this energy where you are being encouraged to, I don't want to say not trust your intuition, but separate your intuitive knowing from your actions, right? So you might know that there's a connection with this person. You might be able to like feel like, I feel that, and you were looking for validation of that, or that was kind of like the, I don't want to say excuse, but that was the reason why you kind of held on, is like, I feel this very heavily. And I think what you guys have learned is this sense of like, even if that's true, even if we do have this like very spiritual connection, it doesn't eclipse the love that I have for myself. It can't, right? And there's a sense of not prioritizing that and being able to say, yes, I'm going to honor what I'm intuitively picking up on from this person. I'm going to honor the fact that intuitively I know they love me. Intuitively, I know there's something important and spiritual here. Intuitively, I know that we are more the same than we are different, but this is how they're showing up. And until I ever see something different from them, that's not going to work. So there's been this separation between intuitive knowing and what you see. Sorry if you hear my stomach rumble, I'm hungry. Intuitive knowing and what you see presented to you in your external reality. So, Eight of Pentacles reversed. The Empress, yeah, okay. Taurus, Libra. Two of Swords. Strength reversed. Leo energy showing up. And Judgment reversed. This is a very significant person in your life. And this is exactly what I mean. I think that there was this inability to choose. This is what you've been working through, right? Where you were putting a lot of time and energy and effort. I see this with the moon phases. This was over a long period of time. You're putting in a lot of work with this person. And essentially what happened here, I feel like, is that this situation forced you to then redirect that to yourself, right? This situation forced you to have greater self-worth and self-love. Self-appreciation, self-respect. Because I feel like what the situation forced you to do is to throw in the towel. And that may have been very, very challenging. We have the Lamb here. I feel like you're very gentle. You're very loving, very nurturing. And I feel like, again, there is this spiritual calling. You felt very spiritually called to this person or this situation. And it's kind of just like, I think what you learned how to do is exactly what we were talking about, where what you learned how to do is say, I recognize and I honor my intuitive knowing that there is something important here. But it also, it doesn't make this more important than my personal power to make choices. It also doesn't make this more important than my ability to love myself. And this is what you were working through I want to know what this person's going to come and talk to you about. Again, for some of you, this person is just going to be an intuitive knowing. You're just going to, the overall theme, I can't talk all of a sudden, so this person might have a very hard time. The overall theme here is that you're going to finally be at peace about this. Yeah, exactly. Death and rebirth. You're finally going to kind of allow this situation to sort of energetically pass through your life, right? To go through this portal and be kind of renewed, repurposed was a word I was getting. But I want to see, I'm getting this energy. I pulled a couple for if this is like communication from this person versus if this is just something that you kind of like intuitively know. Four of Swords. This person may have not been reaching out for a while. They've been healing. Justice reversed. Libra energy showing up. They've been healing a lot of shadow work. So if you're getting communication from this person, they are going to admit to what they did. They are going to be talking about how they treated you. Now, granted, wherever they are in their healing journey is going to impact the language that they use, the way they approach it. But the energy here is they're going to be seeking to empathize with you. I think they are also going to be opening up about what they've been healing through. This is where they're saying, I wasn't fair to you. I did this and it was shitty. They may have been dealing with toxic people, with like old karmic cycles, but there's going to be a recognition, I feel like, of the fact that you did put in effort, you worked hard. Queen of Swords reversed. This person's going to admit if they were lying to you. And I think you guys already knew that. Two of Pentacles reversed. This person may have not been the most honest, Hanged Man, because I feel like they kind of wanted to keep you around. This person may have had possibly like a third-party situation. And there's a sense where they kind of they acted in such a way that kind of like they acted in such a way that kept you sort of guessing, right? Having to like figure it out, like destabilize. And I think they're going to admit to that. This has this energy of, I know you don't trust me and you have every reason not to. So you may already know this. You may have already kind of come to peace about this, about like this person's actions. And now this is not me saying like you should take them back or anything like that. But part of what this portal is offering is that if this person comes to talk to you, they're going to be taking some semblance of responsibility. I do feel like they are trying to heal, but I don't know. For some of you who haven't heard from them a while and they're going to explain that why they haven't been talking to you is they've been dealing with this situation with somebody in their life. This is likely somebody that they hid from you, and it's been a lot to deal with, and they kind of wanted to clean that up before they come back. Again, the Hanged Man at the bottom, it's been a while, but I'm almost feeling like this person's going to admit that their behaviors were not fair to you. They are being pushed to reconcile the spiritual nature of this connection with how it has played out in the earthly realm, just with the white and the red, the crown and the root. Ten of Cups reversed. There's going to be this admission of some of them had family issues they had to deal with, but this admission that they pushed away this good thing. And there's an acknowledgement. The Lovers. For some of you, this is just like, this is a destined soul connection. It wasn't destined, but it was fated, right? It's fated that you meet. It's fated that you deal with things. There's, again, this past life energy here with Judgment in reverse. There's a heavy spiritual connection here. And there's going to be this recognition from them of like, I ran from that. I'm the one who messed that up. Now, for some of you, you're just getting that intuitive knowing. Queen of Pentacles, look at you. Look at you. So this is where, you're just feeling like let me look at your other card first. The Four of Cups reversed. Okay. So for some of you, this intuitive knowing is really just where you're kind of like, you're finally healed, right? You're finally at peace. You're feeling like you can kind of go back out into the world, right? And really like be feeling good about yourself, feeling good about the progress you made, right? And it's kind of like there's this almost feeling of confirmation, like, what, I did the right thing. I made the right choices for me. You're looking back at the effort that you've made to respect and love yourself, and you're proud of yourself. And this is kind of like, there's almost a sense here of like, what, no matter what this other person's doing, no matter what it was, no matter what it means, look what it gave me, right? Queen of Pentacles, the Empress. Look what it gave me. It gave me some self-love. It gave me healing. the Sun reverse, it's kind of like, you know what, things didn't turn out the way I wanted, but they turned out the way I needed, and it's ultimately a good thing. So some of you, if you've been struggling with this emotionally, this portal is bringing in peace for you. Yeah, Five of Wands in reverse. You're not really going to be struggling within yourself anymore, struggling with this energy, with this person's energy. I do want to say this because I forgot this before. For some of you, if there's communication, this might not come directly from this person. There might be something that you hear from somebody else. I do want to say that. Now, if you do hear this from somebody else, what I do want to say here, this person has ill intent, right? This person, I feel very clear, this is trying to hurt you. So like, let's say there was a third party situation. This might be where this third party person reaches out to you directly. I'm getting some of you live all in the same neighborhood. You run into them, I don't want to say at a bar. You run into them at a bar. They reach out to you on social media. If that's the case, and again, this is not going to be for everybody. If this like third party person reaches out, for some of you, it could be that you, this person's like with somebody new or has a new friend in their life or something like that, and this new friend is, you know, or new person is not emotionally stable. This person's like let's say, you know, this was like an ex and they're now dating somebody new, and if they like mentioned you in a, you know, in a kind light, this would be that partner that like goes through their phone and texts you and be like, don't you be talking to my man, kind of an energy. This is somebody who might be telling you things in order to, because they think that they're winning. This is a manipulative person. This is somebody that's operating out of their shadow. They're trying to cause chaos. So just know that, again, there's a sense of almost like it's offering you clarity. You're getting information that you can, that's trying to help you complete the cycle where you're like, you know what? I thought that was the case. I thought that might be happening. And there's a sense of like, all right, I made the right choice by walking away. All right, I'm glad I took steps to honor myself then. But what this portal is just really bringing in is a sense of peace and completion, no matter how that happens. I want to look at what you got here. Yeah, the King of Swords reversed. This is why I think it's a person who is very dishonest with you. I want to pull this card as well. Seven of Cups. This is why. Three of Cups reversed at the bottom. I don't love reading the Three of Cups as a third party because it's a beautiful card, but like the energy is popping up here. This is somebody who is not very honest with you, and the reason why is because they didn't really know what they wanted, right? Upright, he's the man with the plan. He's like looking to the long term. He's kind of 10 steps ahead. So him coming out reversed with the Seven of Cups says this person didn't know how they felt. They didn't know what they wanted. They were keeping you open as an option. There may have been with a snake. There may have been somebody around them that was very deceptive, and we picked up on that. And this is why, if this is like a third party situation, this is why they ended up like this, because they were in a similar vibration. I don't want to say y'all deserve each other, but there's kind of that energy of like they were in a similar vibration. So this, you know, I will say if this person does come to talk to you, they're going to be trying to take some responsibility for that. If this is something that you hear from another person, just know that this is what was going on. This person did leave you hanging. This person did try to kind of breadcrumb you, keep you around. This person, you know, may have been very dishonest, may have been very cutting with their words, may have been weaponizing communication, like stonewalling. And this is because they were trying to figure stuff out. That does not make it acceptable. But there's a sense here where this will serve as confirmation. And for some, like I said, this person's going to be coming forward to take some responsibility and apologize. I don't know why I want to look at one more card. Ten of Cups reversed, yeah. Apologize for the unhappiness and the pain that they caused. High Priestess, because they're being spiritually pushed to do the right thing. Their intuition is screaming at them that they need to make this right. And intuitively, you already know whatever they're going to tell you, this is confirmation for you. And so what that allows is that allows the energy to be released. That allows peace to come in, but that also allows peace to come in such a way that allows you to repair the relationship with your intuition. That clarity allows you to move forward and have greater trust in yourself. So I think this is just about everything I've got for you guys for right now. I'm wishing you a safe, happy, healthy portal day. I'm so happy to have you with me today, and I hope I get the chance to read for you again in the future. Take care. Bye.